We are now about 48 hours from that Ryan Garcia beatdown win over Devin Haney. It was probably the biggest upset I've ever seen in the sport of boxing. I gave Ryan Garcia like a 30% chance, and I was saying even before the fight that 30% chance was heavy because it's a left hook. You know, he has that power to end it and change the course of the fight at any time, and Devin didn't carry that, in my opinion, or at least he hadn't proven up until that point that he had the power that maybe a guy like Tank does, maybe even a guy like Ryan Garcia does. But now we know for a fact that as much as I like Devin, he's not a puncher. It's what we thought. He's not a puncher. He's not a knockout artist. I think that was something that he was trying to show, make a statement that if Tank can knock him out, I should be able to knock him out, especially because before this fight, in the lead up, everyone was counting out Ryan Garcia. Meanwhile, you know, it was unspoken, but Tank and Devin were obviously on that collision course. This wasn't part of the plan. Ryan was supposed to lose to Devin Haney, and Devin Haney and Tank were supposed to make that mega fight happen, undefeated versus undefeated. But now Ryan Garcia foiled all of those plans, and I'm not sure Devin Haney will ever be the same after that. You know, I like Devin a lot. It was sad to see when he went down, he looked bewildered, he looked shocked, like he had never tasted that kind of power before, because I don't think he has. You know, you guys have to remember, on the professional level, Devin's never been dropped. Devin's never been dropped, period. He's been hurt in that sparring against Tank, but as far as we know, Devin's never been dropped. He's never been hurt inside that ring until clearly Saturday night, where Ryan Garcia hurt him early. Big left hook, you know, around the guard of Devin Haney. He wasn't paying attention. He thought he was out of range, but it just turns out Ryan Garcia has the length to, you know, make up for that long distance, and he was able to land that left hook. It was crazy to see. Devin Haney seemed to have a tendency, and Freddie Roach always says that he doesn't look for mistakes in fighters, he looks for tendencies. And I think we're not giving Ryan Garcia enough credit in terms of his IQ. We're giving him a lot of credit for the power in that left hook, but let's also look at how he set it up. If you guys watch it, he noticed that Devin Haney, every time Ryan Garcia would throw the jab, every time Ryan Garcia would throw the right hand to follow that jab, Devin Haney would kind of dip. Every time he dipped to his right, Ryan Garcia, I think, took note of that early, and whenever he did it, Ryan would throw the left hook. So you'd see Ryan Garcia throw the jab, and then he'd throw the left hook and catch Devin, because Devin kept dipping. So when Devin was dipping, Ryan was throwing that left hook. Devin was honestly, you know, adding to the impact of Ryan Garcia's shot by dipping and running into it. So it was just a mess. It was a mess for Devin Haney, but, you know, the best story in the world for Ryan Garcia. It's the best possible outcome that could have happened. He beat Devin Haney in a decision. Everyone was saying he's going to have to knock him out, but Ryan Garcia didn't knock him out. He beat Devin Haney in a decision. If you asked me this 2 weeks ago, or told me 2 weeks ago that Ryan Garcia would beat Devin Haney in a decision, you'd sound crazy to me. But Ryan Garcia shocked the world, shocked everybody. But in my opinion, that was basically a knockout. In my opinion, that fight should have been stopped. I'm really upset with that referee. Probably the worst referee I've ever seen. Is there any other bad one? Kenny Bayless has his moments, highly respected, but this referee was terrible. I mean, taking a point from Ryan, not even warning him about hitting behind the head, he just took a point away from him. Meanwhile, Devin Haney was intentionally clinching, not a single warning, not a single point deducted from Devin Haney, and kept delaying the fight, kept pushing Ryan back and giving Devin Haney time to recover. I mean, Devin Haney was honestly lucky that was the ref that night. If it was any other ref, I'm pretty sure Devin Haney would have gotten stopped in that fight. But I honestly didn't want to see Devin get stopped. He took a lot of punishment, period. I think, you know, his father could have even stopped that fight. But Devin's a warrior. He's a champion. He wanted to fight through it. And I get that. You know, I understand that. If you can't put me out, then, you know, you got to do what you got to do to make it 12 rounds. And Devin did just that. He showed that he has heart. We kind of knew that already. We kind of knew Devin was a true champion, and I don't think it'll be the last we see of Devin at a high stage, a high level of opposition, because now, honestly, this has opened a lot more doors for him, because everyone going into this fight, you know, we talked about the potential of fighting a guy like Isaac Cruz, a guy like Subriel Matias. Now those fights are kind of in play. Prior to this fight with Ryan Garcia, we were saying, you know, that's kind of taking a step back for Devin Haney. But those fights are very much in play now. Isaac Cruz, Subriel Matias, if he can't get the Tank fight. Because I think Tank and Ryan is now the fight to make, because why would you not go for that payday? If Tank is really confident, wouldn't you take that that catch weight, but he's talking on Twitter saying, you know, that's what happens when you fight a guy your own size. And that tells me that Tank doesn't really interest a rematch. He's not really wanting it, but I'm curious to see if Ryan Garcia sends him an offer with a catch weight on it, is he going to oblige? Is he gonna take that? You know, Oscar was talking about 145, 144 pound catch weight. So if Tank's down for it, I think that should be the fight to make. But do I think Tank, you know, rushes to pursue that? I'm not too sure, because I think he saw, you know, nobody's calling out Ryan Garcia. Name a fighter right now who's calling out Ryan Garcia eagerly, saying, I want that smoke with him. No, because everybody in the boxing world, experts pick Devin Haney. And when you see a guy beat a guy like Devin Haney, who's fundamentally sound and traditionally and historically defensively responsible, you see him get knocked out like that. He didn't get knocked out. I'm just saying the punishment, it was basically a knockout. I don't think anyone's really eager to call out Ryan Garcia. Now the boxing fans, now the fighters know that his power is legit. And when he was saying that he was weight drained, didn't feel strong against Tank, now we know that's true. That's a fact, because we saw Ryan Garcia, the physique was extra, you know, he looked extra strong in there. Those 3 pounds did help, in my opinion. But you also have to give it to Devin Haney. He probably killed himself making that weight at 140. He probably thought it was going to be easier the second time around, but I'm sure it was not easier. If anything, it looked like it was more difficult for him to make that weight. And I was already curious about the fact that Ryan Garcia not having to cut down to 140. He said he couldn't make the weight, but I'm sure if he really like put himself through it, I'm not saying it's healthy. I'm just saying, like, I think it's possible that he could have made 140, but at the end of the day, he would have felt weak. So I think he learned from that Tank fight and kind of took it out on Devin. And Devin kind of indirectly suffered the consequences of what, you know, Tank and his team did to Ryan. So, you know, everything came full circle. Unfortunately, Devin fell victim to underestimating Ryan. I think he thought that, you know, because Tank had power and made it look so easy, that because Devin's a great boxer, he would somehow make it look easy too. But he got caught early. Like he said, wasn't paying attention, was sleeping on Ryan Garcia's left hook, and he paid the ultimate price. So I think Devin Haney will be back for sure. It's just, you know, Ryan Garcia shocked the world. A lot of us, most of us picked Devin to beat Ryan pretty easily, and Ryan went in there and shut us all up. He proved the world wrong, and I want to give Ryan Garcia his respect, because I knew he had that equalizer, though. Like, I was like, if Devin doesn't, all Devin has to do is avoid the left hook and he'll be fine. First round, he gets cracked with it. So I mean, that's a sport of boxing for you. That's what makes it so exciting. That element of, you know, we all pick this one guy, but, you know, the other guy has one weapon, and that was the story of the fight. Ryan Garcia was just too strong on that night, too quick for Devin. And, you know, you have to remember, they've seen each other before. Ryan Garcia had that confidence going into it, saying, I remember when you were a kid, and I'm going to do the same thing to you that I did those other 3 times. So I do think that Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney mentally before going into that fight, and he kind of knew what all of us didn't, that he would be able to handle Devin Haney with the power and with the speed. It would end up being too much for Devin. But Devin's a great fighter as well. He'll be back for sure. Just give him time. We'll see him again. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, biggest upset in the sport of boxing, in my opinion. Would you guys agree? Comment down below. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. That's going to do it for another NASFight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.